Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2018 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and your support, feedback, and comments. Always welcome, most appreciated. Keep them up. And always a big thank you to all of my clients out there, both regular and new clients, for keeping me so joyfully occupied and busy with those personal one-on-one readings. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can get more information and my contact details by going to my YouTube channel and clicking on the About button. You can also find that information attached to the description of all the videos that I post. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. Turnaround time for personal readings is usually pretty fast. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So I can usually fit you in for either a recorded or a live reading within a 2-week period of time or so, sometimes a little sooner, but roughly around that. I do readings in all main areas of life: love and romance, career, work, and finance, channeled messages from past on loved ones, and I also do specific spreads for reconciliation opportunities, relationship compatibility spreads, and 6 and 12-month overviews to take a look at what's coming in your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far out you want to look. So if you're interested, send me an email. We'll go from there. For fast answers to really simple questions, 1 or 2 questions, you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and that's all with my contact details. So moving right along, this reading is for the Earth sign of Capricorn for April 2018. Capricorn, our lovely Earth signs. Remember, these are general readings and they're going to resonate differently for everybody watching, different degrees and intensity, although the energy fundamentally remains the same, as well as the advice. So if you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those as well for additional insight and clarification. And sometimes one of those, your rising or moon sign, may resonate for you a little more predictably because there's so many of you watching. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you for April 2018. I am recording these in the last few days of March. We begin with the 8 of Pentacles, followed by the King of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, followed by the Chariot, Death or Transformation, followed by the King of Pentacles, and the Empress, followed by the World. What a lovely way to end the month. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and focus for the month is the Hierophant. So Capricorn, you have 5 major Arcana cards, so it looks like a pretty significant month for you, or at least the opportunities for significant action or change will be present. It looks like I feel like a lot of you are dissatisfied with where you are in life, or there's something in your current life that you're dissatisfied with, so you're taking control of that and working to do the work to change that. Your overall energy and focus for the month is the Hierophant, major Arcana card. The Hierophant is a card of convention and tradition, kind of walking the prescribed path, going along with what is conventional and traditional and what lots of people before you have done. It can represent organized religions, large corporations or institutions, taking something to a deeper level of commitment or responsibility as well. It can also represent higher education and learning, and I feel that for a lot of you. I feel like the month of April, and this could have been something, you know, time being somewhat fluid, and this is a general reading, there's a lot of you watching, everybody's got different things going on in their lives, but I feel like a lot of you are starting or have recently started. I feel like you've gone back to school, or you're continuing a course of education, or you're getting some additional training. The area of your life this resonates in is going to vary. General readings are kind of tricky that way. But I feel like for a lot of you, you may be dissatisfied with where you are in job, work, and career, or what kind of salary you're able to make currently, or whatever it is that you do in your day-to-day life that supports your day-to-day life. Even if you're not working, if you're just like a stay-at-home housewife or house husband, I feel like You just may be tired of where you're at and you're wanting to achieve more. And you're going back. I feel like for a lot of you, this is continued education or higher education. Doing something to kind of put you in a position where your potential for doing more, earning more, feeling more successful and personally successful and abundant. Now, we start off the beginning of the month with the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So the Eight of Pentacles is what I call the worker bee card. It does represent being hard at work. It can represent working a lot, working overtime, getting up early, staying up late, repetitive work sometimes because you're focused on a goal, or this is what you have to do to maintain your current life. Now again, if you're not working outside your home or you have your own business, this would be what you do, what you do to support your life, the effort that you put into it, whether that's taking care of your home, your family, or working your job or your projects, whatever it is that you do, being hard at work. Now it's clarified and accompanied by the King of Wands, which is fire energy. Pentacles is earth energy, so it often manifests in that earthly, tangible part of our life that often, it usually manifests in the tarot as money, work, finances, property, resources, tangible things we can see and touch and feel. Wands is fire energy. It's creative, action-oriented, forward-moving, fluid energy. Kings and queens represent individuals who have mastered their suit, meaning that they've learned, they've grown, they've matured and evolved through the energy of the page and the energy of the knight. Kings and queens have reached a point of maturation and stability with the textbook character traits of their suit. So the King of Wands would be a pretty dynamic individual. And oh, I had a client ask why my background's changed. I'm not traveling, which is usually why my background changes, but I'm recovering from foot surgery, which I had a couple of weeks ago. It doesn't affect my work any, except I have to keep my leg elevated, which I can't do at my desk. So I'm doing all my general and personal readings from my couch or my bed or something like that. That's why the background's a little different. So the King of Wands, a dynamic individual. This could represent, I feel like for a lot of you, this represents you, even though you're an earth sign Capricorn. I feel like you are really just manifesting as a fire sign, dynamic, in control. The King of Wands would be, you know, he's a real go-getter. He doesn't tend to rest on his laurels for very long. If he's not satisfied with something, then he figures out what he has to do to improve it, and he goes out and he does it. Same with the Queen of Wands, showing up as a king, but could very well be female as well. Very dynamic, energetic person. For some of you, this could represent another person that might be helping you in your work, or for those of you who are going back to school or continuing your education, or just a partner or a really good friend or mentor who's supporting you. Very action-oriented, very dynamic, fluid, forward-moving, problem-solving, delegating, getting it done kind of energy. For a lot of you, I feel like this is just energy that you're manifesting in the tangible earth energy part of your life. Whatever you put effort into that supports your day-to-day life, your standard of living. I feel like you're working hard. You have been working hard. Now next we have the Five of Pentacles with the Chariot. So the Five of Pentacles, more earth energy here. The Five of Pentacles is a card fundamentally of insufficiency and lack. And it can be a card about missing what could fix that or resolve that right in front of you. You can see this couple standing outside of this church, this cathedral, and they look like they're in need, they're in want. They don't have enough to maybe support themselves, feed themselves. This can represent not having enough money, being out of work, or being in a job that doesn't pay you quite enough. You're always kind of pedaling just to, you know, treading water just to keep your nose above the water line. In other tarot decks, they're sometimes depicted as outside in the rain or the snow. They're in need. Now this golden light shining through represents that the source of this light, what's just on the other side or what's right there, is what's available to them to help them out of their situation, whether it's money, resources, or the ability to get to a place where they don't have the sense of insufficiency, lack of abundance, and prosperity and success. But they're not looking at it, they're not focused on it, because they're only focused on the negative of the situation, their need, their lack, their insufficiency. Now it's accompanied and clarified by the Chariot, which is a totally different kind of energy. Major Arcana card, and this is a card of success that comes through sheer perseverance, determination, setting your goals, staying focused on your goals, not allowing anything else to get in your way, pulling together the resources you need in order to move forward in a powerful, successful way. That's what the Chariot represents. It can represent being very driven and very ambitious, which of course is on the other end of the scale from the energy of this Five of Pentacles. It's what clarifies it. And you know, no tarot card is a standalone. You have to kind of rely on what your intuitive sense tells you, what spirit is channeling through you, and the surrounding cards to help clarify it. And I really feel, again, like whatever it is you do in your day-to-day life to support yourself, you're working hard at, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's not getting you anywhere. Or you have this feeling like it's just not enough. You have enough maybe to pay your bills, or maybe sometimes you don't, or you have to juggle things. You're working hard, but it doesn't seem like it's really getting you forward or moving you forward and ahead. And it looks like you are just done with it. You are taking charge. You are doing what you need to. I feel like a lot of you recognize that perhaps in order to move ahead, to maybe have a better income or a better job, or do a different career path, maybe something that you always thought about doing but didn't. You're going back to school maybe to get something that you didn't get before, or you're continuing your education, or you know, this is the month or this is the time period, Capricorn, where you've said, you know what, I'm tired of just saying that I don't like where I'm at. I'm actually going to go out and do something about it. I'm going to go to school and I'm going to start learning this new set of skills so that I can, when I'm in the end of it, so that I can put myself in a position where I'm able to feel more successful and abundant. And it's like you're totally taking charge of that this month. I love to see this. It's such a powerful reading. It's like, I'm not, you know, I'm not happy where I'm at, blah, blah, blah. And now you're actually doing something about it. Good for you, Capricorn. And being a lovely earth sign, you know, earth sign is stability. It's stability, it's continuity, it's reliability. I have yet to meet an earth sign that wasn't, that had poor work ethics. You guys usually, once you set your goals and set your path, you get on it and you do the work. So good for you. And it looks like you're really pairing that wonderful character trait with the ambition and the drive and the action that's going to take you out of where you are now and put you on a path that will lead to having more choices, being able to manifest what you want more in life. Now, next to that, we have what's basically the continuing message. We have death or transformation, clarified by and kind of accompanied by the King of Pentacles. You in your own right. Two kings here, powerful energies. Now again, for some of you, this could be external individuals, a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, maybe another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For a lot of you, I feel like this is your energy. But you could also, of course, we never really do anything totally on our own. Most of us at least have people emotionally supporting us. So death, transformation. Death is the ending of something in a pretty major way. This is a major arcana card, divine, significant energies here. Death is the laying to rest of something. And usually when it's a complete ending, it's the ground being completely cleared out, not pruned, it's just everything being ripped out, everything cleared out, so that the ground can be ready to plant and manifest and grow, and manifest something new, or complete and utter transformation of what's there. And typically when I see the death card shows up, what's usually being laid to rest or dying is something in connection with the past, with something that we've had for a long time. It could be an actual relationship or a situation or a job. And what's really under that is a belief system, a way of looking at ourselves or at where we are in life. April is a time for it to die. This is a time, particularly for a lot of you who are not satisfied with where you're at and you haven't been for a long time. It looks like this is the time period, Capricorn, where you're like, you know what? I'm going to walk into my fears and anxieties and insecurities and doubts about why I can't do this and why I can't do that. You're letting that die. You're laying that to rest, and you are, by your actions and your determination and you're staying focused on your goals, you are allowing that part of you that was holding you back to die. to bury it so that you can actually start over again. It's kind of like you're rebirthing yourself, because death is clarified by the King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Solid, stable, reliable. This King of Pentacles has gotten to where he's at, which is a place of security, safety, continuity, abundance, or at least comfortable stability, because that's what he likes. He likes being comfortable and stable. He likes having good things around him. He's worked hard to attain that. He's good at that. You're good at that, Capricorn, or she. And he or she feels that everybody else ought to have the same opportunities to work to get to where he's at. So you are transforming yourself, Capricorn. You are laying those old doubts, fears to rest. Maybe not completely, but what you're doing by your actions is you're showing not only the world, but yourself, you know, whatever's been holding me back, I'm going to move right through it. I'm going to face it. I'm going to move right through it. I'm going to allow that part of me to die, to be buried, to be laid to rest by every action that I take. And I am rebirthing and transforming myself. Powerful energy. So at or towards the end of April 2018, we have, I mean, we end the month just as good as you began it, Capricorn. We have two major Arcana cards. We have the Empress and the World. This is a beautiful combination of cards. The World is also a card of ending, of completion, actually. It's the last major Arcana card in the tarot deck. The first one is the Fool. The Fool has the 0 at the top of his card. He's just starting out. He hasn't gone anywhere yet. Promise, potential, la la la. He's just tripping along. And all of the tarot cards, the suits, everything in between after the Fool is all about the Fool's journey, meaning our journey through life, all our trials and tribulations, our successes and triumphs, our defeats and failures, everything that we learn, growing, maturing, evolving, learning, until we reach the end at the world, where we've reached the top of the world, the top of the mountain. And we pause for a moment to contemplate this mountain that we've just climbed, this significant mountain, and look at everything that it's taken to get us from our starting point to where we are now. It's a beautiful energy, and considering the potential and possibility, because of the work you've done to climb this mountain, where it can actually take you in the future. And to clarify that, we have the Empress. The Empress is the traditional Earth Mother of the tarot. She's all about fertility. It could be literal fertility for some of you. But what does fertility really mean? Fertility means that the time is right to plant something new. Fertility means that it's the right season, the soil is right, it's time to take those seeds, those beginnings, those baby steps, and plant them in the ground and cover them up and nurture them and take care of them, watch them grow, prune them, take care of them, fix them when things start going wrong, until they grow and manifest to their full potential and promise that those little seeds contain. And it requires a lot of courage and patience and dedication to do that, a lot of work. When you first put seeds in the ground and cover them up, we don't see anything for quite some time. We work and we watch and we wait. Sometimes we get a little impatient until we start to see that first bit of green, and then we go through all these different growth cycles after that until it manifests. And what it really means by manifesting, I mean, the analogy, because she's the traditional Earth Mother of the tarot, you can use nature's analogy. Let's say we have an apple seed, we plant it in the ground, and we work and it takes a while for that to manifest and to bear fruit. But if we do the work, we put in the work, when that apple tree finally blossoms and fruits, that fruit gives back to us. It nourishes and sustains us, and that's what our work gleans us. I think there's an old Asian saying that says that the best time to plant a tree is always going to be 20 years ago, but the next best time to plant a tree is right now. And I think that's what you're doing, Capricorn. I think that you've given yourself a lot of excuses and a lot of reasons as to why you can't get out of maybe the place that you're dissatisfied with. And I think this is a time period where you're going, you know what, bugger that. I'm taking control. And I'm not going to stop until I achieve what I need to achieve, to put myself in a place where I have more choices and more power to create and manifest the kind of life that I want. The kind of life that I want, that a lot of people that I see around me has, that I want. I want to be that. I want to be there. Powerful, wonderful reading, Capricorn. I kind of want to get out my pom-pom. Well, I don't have pom-poms, but if I did, I kind of want to get them out and cheer you on. Wonderful, powerful reading. This is the kind that actually, being an intuitive reader, leaves me feeling very uplifted. So thank you. So Capricorn, that pretty much wraps up your April 2018 general reading. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it useful, because that's why we do these readings. And again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on that About button, and you can also look at the description of all the videos I post. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you and set up a reading with you, live or recorded, as quickly as we can. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo for fast answers to those fast, easy questions. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2018 mid-month readings. Until then, Capricorn, always know that I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy, happy life, and all the strength and perseverance you need to continue your journey. So I will hope to see you all again soon, Capricorn. Take care. Bye-bye.